Today we are going to talk about 5 of the most known architectures in Rome. The Roman Forum, Colosseum, Pantheon, Circus Maximus, and Palatine Hill. Let's start with the Roman Forum. The political, economic, and religious center of the Roman Republic and later the vast Roman Empire was the Roman Forum. Roman society was primarily centered on the Forum, a modest open space that measures roughly 100 meters long and 70 meters broad, where all significant decisions were taken. The life of the entire city was focused on this rectangle, which saw some of the most significant events in Roman history. Many of the city's most impressive temples and monuments were located there throughout the empire, when it primarily served as a center for festivities and religion. Although its purpose has evolved over time, it was formerly a venue for gladiator fights, law courts, and public gatherings during the Republican era. It was also lined with stores and markets. A forum, the Comitium, a gathering place in the northeast of the Forum, was the beginning of the Forum. In the southeast corner of the Forum was the Regia building, which was constructed in 675 BC and contained the records of the chief priest and the Vesta sanctuary. The first temple was likely a circular house thatched with straw. This temple underwent numerous modifications. Early Republic, the number of buildings increased between the 6th and 3rd centuries BC, but they were constructed of tufa, a volcanic stone that was weak and unstable, like the Temple of Janus and the Temple of Zeus. The Colosseum is the largest amphitheater built during the Roman Empire, also called Flavian Amphitheater. It was built in Rome under the Flavian emperors. It was inaugurated in 80 AD. It offered many gladiator fights, executions, and animal hunts. The Colosseum rose to 157 feet and it can host from 50,000 to 80,000 people. The materials that were used to build it are travertine, and similar amounts of marble, stone, and timber, also tough. The idea of building the Colosseum was an imperial effort to revitalize Rome after the tumultuous year of the 4 emperors, 69 CE. As with other amphitheaters, the Emperor Vespasian intended the Colosseum to be an entertainment venue, hosting gladiator fights, animal hunts, and even mock naval battles. Palatine Hill sits between the Circus Maximus and the Roman Forum. There are legends about the location of the cave, known as the Lupercal, where Romulus and Remus were found by the wolf, but nothing was confirmed. It towers 40 meters above the Roman Forum and is the most central of the famous 7 hills. In Rome, it was considered one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city, and it was the home of aristocrats and emperors.
Nestled between the Aventini and Palatine Hills, we find Circus Maximus. It was built around the 6th century BC by order of Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, and it's considered the oldest and largest of Rome's public spaces. Later in the years, things were added and modified by different Roman emperors. The Circus Maximus was firstly designed for chariot racing, but then other events were held there, including gladiatorial combats, wild animal hunts, athletic events, and processions. When they started building it, they were using wood, but later in time some changes were made to avoid fire. They replaced the wood with stones. Nowadays the Circus Maximus is used to hold many different concerts and celebrations. The Pantheon was built by Agrippa between 25 and 27 BC as a temple dedicated to the 12 gods and to the living sovereign. It was primarily made from bricks and concrete, and it consists of 3 sections: a portico with granite columns, a massive domed rotunda, and a rectangular area connecting to the other 2 sections. It measures 142 feet in diameter, and the domed ceiling was the biggest of its kind when it was built. Later in 609, the Pantheon changed and it became the first pagan temple to be transformed into a church, and therefore it was saved from being destroyed during the Middle Ages. Today, it is a Roman Catholic church.